It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. Welcome to all our friends across America, USA, Europe, and everywhere else. Let me turn this down because I just lost hearing in my head.
Hearing in your head.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Listen, caring is sharing, so if you're watching today's show, share it out. Show some love because you did a great job yesterday.
Yesterday
was really great. I don't know why, because I think you guys are all crazy.
I can tell you why.
Why?
Because those that don't listen were listening because, yes, I cooked. Just want you to know, pictures, and it happened, and it's on our page.
So let me get this right. You're gonna take all the credit to yesterday's fabulous numbers because
yesterday was a fabulous show because they even inspired me to
cook.
Assemble.
We've
renamed the word cooking to assembly. It's like the assembly line. That's all I have to do is assemble it.
So what did you cook?
I assembled soup.
You assembled?
I cooked soup, yes.
So what you do, you add water to something and that's assembling?
No, I actually made it. Lady N was so inspirational yesterday. Natalia Levy, the Cravings boss, was on and she said, I'm going to heal your gut and these are the foods I think you should have. And I went on her website and I screenshotted the recipes because I'm so not a cook anymore. I probably never was, but somehow I guess the apes that raised my children must have dropping some food in my kitchen that my kids actually survived and lived to the age of 27 and 24.
So what did you cook?
So I made soup. I made butternut squash pear soup. And it was so simple. In my life, I can't believe anything was that simple. Squash, 5 ingredients or less. Squash, pears, turmeric.
Sounds delicious.
Salt. It was. And coconut milk. And all I did was put it in this baking dish, baked it for 45 minutes, stuck it in the blender, and I had soup.
Really?
Yes. Oh, and some garlic cloves.
I have soup in the green room.
Yeah, that doesn't count for soup. But
what are you talking about? If I were to bring that soup out and say that I made it, what were you going to tell me I didn't make it?
Yeah, but soup in a can doesn't count as soup.
What does it count as?
Preservatives. Ask Lexi. Does soup in a can count as soup?
Preserved soup.
Preserved soup. Preserved soup.
Preserved soup.
That's right.
That's right.
The importance about it is that it's soup.
Soup. I'm going to bring some in for you.
How long did it take you to make this classical soup assembly?
It cooked itself in 45 minutes.
How long did it take you to get the ingredients?
The grocery store took the longest part because I haven't been to the grocery store in a while either.
I'm going to ask for the third time. How long?
About a half hour, an hour.
That can in 10 minutes. Instant preservative.
It's organic butter. It was butternut squash pear soup. It was delicious, Lady Ann. And today I'm going to make the strawberry parfaits with chia seeds. The rolled oat chia seeds. I thought I couldn't introduce too many wonky things at once. People might think I lost my mind. So we're going to do one every couple days.
I think you have lost your mind, but that's good. Listen, it's healthy.
And the show was great.
It's a nice, healthy switch to not eating.
Exactly.
They're going to say nothing more. And you were good at doing it, and you feel good, and you're all energized and everything else.
See that? We had Natalia Levy with us, and we had JoJo with us. It was a great show yesterday.
Nice show. Nice show. Listen, we never highlighted. We have on the show, we have these Hope Hearts, which we're going to give you one today. You ladies are going to get one. And on the Hope Hearts, there is a number. And you go to the website and you register the Hope Heart. Now, the object of this thing is that everybody should have a little hope in their life, right? So
like
here you
that.
are. You're holding hope in your hands. And if you meet somebody along your journey and they need a little love, they need a little hope,
You pass on the
you
hope.
pass it on and you tell them to
Yep,
register it. And on
exactly.
this big map that Gio is putting together, you will see where your token flies and goes. Now, I gave one away, and it happens to be in Budapest.
Really?
Really?
Person
Wow.
registered in Budapest. Now, the nice thing about these Hope Hearts is that my partner decided, because I don't speak it too good English,
You noticed, Jewel. First thing you got that, she goes, not quite sure what you said.
I know, she says, I get the
In other
concept,
words,
but she looked at me and says,
promotion.
what the hell is he
You
talking
speak
about?
English.
Speak English.
So these little cards are here at the gallery, and we're going to be handing them out. I had cleverly put on the back of this card, which is the way I would do it,
Good idea.
so that when you give them out, it goes like this, but they have to pick this. So anyway, so you're going to see these around town, and if you see it, you know where it came from. How's that?
There you have it.
It's like the note in the bottle that you put out to sea.
Do
and
you
then you don't
know-
know who's going to get the note.
Have you ever gone to the ocean and found a bottle with a note in it?
No, but I've always wanted to.
It happened to me.
You
once.
did not.
No, really?
For real.
What did it say?
If I told
You
you,
sound like the
Tell us
Hallmark
about
movie
it.
I watched on Sunday.
what?
You sound like a Hallmark movie I watched on Sunday. All right, pick a Hope Heart.
All
We
right.
got Lexi
I love
Hank,
this.
and Jules
Beautiful.
Elm.
Oh, thank you for my hope heart. I'm taking. My eyes are
Aw.
closed. Oh, I love.
Beautiful.
What do you
Thank
got?
Oh, this
What's
is
it say?
good.
What's your say?
Unlimited power.
There you have it.
And that really describes you as a person, right?
I think
It's a
so.
wonderful one.
And I know
love
you
it.
from somewhere. It's going to come to me. And what does yours say?
Mine says you are a success.
There you have
You
it.
are a
Ooh.
success.
We always say the heart chooses you.
And that's your history, right? You've
There you
always,
go,
You always
right?
thought of that.
Wait, I'm going to tell you something. I actually read a little saying yesterday, and I'll see if I can remember what it was. It said something like, success is never owned, it's rented, and the rent is due every single day.
True.
Right? We have to work
Right,
on it
every
every
day.
single day.
That's a scary thought.
It is a scary thought.
But it's absolutely true. Because what
Feel
do you
like
say? You're only as good as as yesterday.
Exactly.
You're not even as good as today. You're as good as yesterday because today is over. Today's planned, done. We're going, and then you
Yeah.
got to work on tomorrow today.
That's right. It's,
So-
it's a whole new day.
It's always a lot to do.
And the amazing thing is that you're never going to be as good as you're going to be tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow's going to be another day.
Tomorrow's another
Very
day, so
true.
we keep going.
That's what I love about our business. A lot of people say, you know, about guests and how do you do? I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't even know who was coming out. I didn't know you ladies were coming out
But here's
today.
the funny story.
Surprise.
I was at Dr. Lee's office getting my acupuncture, and she'll be joining us on set again, I think, next week. She'll be back in town. And she has a few cards when you check in, ours and Lexi Harrington's. And we have, as I've said, we have a very good friend named Leslie Harrington, your coach, one of your coaches that helped you.
Saved my life.
Saved your life. And I thought, oh, let me call Lexi. She's a yoga instructor. So I called Lexi. We had a meeting with Jules Elman that we met at WNN, and we're going to be working with you and Stephen going forward with some great production
We're
ideas.
very excited. I think it's going to be very, very cool.
With Zelman Design, and so
Zelman
we got a
Design.
lot going on.
So that's how you met
I
her
met
when you were
Lexi.
getting needled?
I was getting my acupuncture. So people say, how do you find content? Wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow's content is a fashion designer, and she does humanitarian work. She's given out, what'd she tell me, $250,000 worth of Prada shoes this year.
Oh my
to
gosh.
people- To people in need. So she's going to be joining us, and she comes to us through Connecticut from iHeart. She
From
met her
Connecticut?
on a show, and Connecticut says, wow, I have a great show that would love to help promote your cause, but they're not here anymore. They're in Delray. She said, I'll call them. And she did, and she's going to be joining us tomorrow.
No, her name is not
It's
Connecticut.
Carol.
But I couldn't
Carol
remember her name
Carol
either.
Consorla.
So I called her Connecticut. And even though
called her
she's from,
Connecticut.
even though she's from New Jersey. Try to figure that one
You're
out.
going to start a whole new trend of names, like
I-
Brooklyn.
I do
Yes.
that. I do
He
that.
does not know
Teddy
any names.
Pendergrass over there.
You
There
know
you
Dolly's
go.
name.
Dolly, I got in.
I was impressed you knew
Dolly,
Josh's
I-
name when we walked in.
Josh because he was at NN with me. So I had to
And who's
remember.
sitting next to Josh?
That's the new guy.
Richard.
Robert.
No.
Mr. R.
Anyway, give us a call to join our crazy, wonderful Wednesday conversation. The 1 o'clock hour, we'll have Fem City in the house. We've got also Dory Barinholtz. We're going to be talking about strengthening the woman's pelvic floor.
Oh,
What?
interesting.
Pelvic who?
Pelvic floor.
You're going to put your pelvics on the floor.
She's a physical
You hearing
therapist,
this?
and she works
Are you
with
hearing this?
pelvic floor strengthening.
I'm hurting here. I'm hurting.
Yeah, you may not be one.
I may be leaving.
Teddy, you may coming in to co-host.
Teddy,
with
I
me
may
in a
have to
second.
get off
This
set.
is actually, I think, if it is what I think it is, this is actually a really strong subject right now.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're
lots of
tuned in.
people-
You're locked in on this.
There's all kinds of treatments to strengthen the pelvic area on
Oh
women.
God. Oh
And that'll
yes.
be on
Yep.
the 1 o'clock
That's
hour.
the Kegels, the
The
Kegels.
Kegels, but she has even more than
It's
that.
hilarious.
There's injections now. There's all kinds of things. They're
And
building
the Mona
collagen.
Lisa and the
Wow.
Mona
All
Lisa
kinds
and
of
all that.
stuff.
It's
Really?
a whole- yeah.
I'm out of here. You know. Now,
It's gonna
before-
get too personal.
It's not personal. It's just embarrassing for guys. But guys should do a few exercises
You
as
know
well.
what? If you got a
Down
strengthened
there.
pelvic floor and you've got a partner that's of
Pelvic
the
floor.
of
Really?
opposite
Is that
sex,
really a
then
word?
it's probably
Is that a word?
beneficial to guys.
Is that a word?
Pelvic floor.
Really?
You reap the benefit regardless.
Hey, Dolly. Typical Freddie. On the floor, baby.
She's
On
a
the
pelvic floor specialist, yes. So she'll be
I'm
joining us in the
afraid to
next
go
hour.
down this road, if you know what I mean. All right, listen, on Friday, this is a coin that we have here, Round 2 is on us. On Friday, we will be at,
We'll be at the Delray Beach Boxing Club Friday, our live show from 12 to 2. Mama Ali will be joining us on set. I think Delray Beach Youth Tennis Foundation, because there's no school, so the kids are off. There'll be a live boxing fitness class, and maybe coming in. Last time I did that, we were taking Zumba. The class went left and I went right. So I don't know what's going to happen on the boxing class.
I
but
was
we'll see
laughing
what
so hard. It's hilarious. But if you want to come down and check it out, come on down and check it out. David DePino is going to be there. Peter is coming with his wife.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a boxer. I didn't know that.
And it's right up the street from the Heart of Delray Gallery. Some more to come with that. But let's get into our 12 o'clock hour. We've
Let's
got
get off the floor.
Pick your pelvis off the floor. We've got Lexi Harrington. You know what? You laugh because she's a yoga instructor. So talk about strengthening core.
Oh, I don't laugh
Yes,
about
as
that.
well.
I just laugh about the
Yes.
words.
Well, welcome, Lexi. Welcome, Joel.
Thank
Hello.
you.
Lexi, tell us about what you do.
So I teach Vinyasa yoga, and I teach at different studios around South Florida, and just help people to get more involved in their yoga practice.
What is who?
Vinyasa.
Vinyasa yoga. So it technically just means to move with breath, and it's typically more of an intensive, high energy flow. And we just cover the basic yoga poses.
But hold on, because
Yes.
I'm a little bit nuts, okay?
Okay.
So yoga with breath. If
Yoga
I
with
don't
breath.
if I don't breathe, I'm not gonna do no yoga. So I guess it's controlling your breathing.
Controlling your breathing. What we do is use Ujjayi breathing.
Holy smokes! Okay,
Ever heard of that, Joel?
you know this?
I've done vinyasa.
you heard of
It's a fancy word for kick your butt in class. It really does. It wipes you out. It's a great workout, and it forces you to concentrate on your breathing. We forget to breathe sometimes, and I think vinyasa is all about making sure to keep the strength, to keep the breathing flowing.
Yeah, absolutely. And the idea is that if you're staying with the breath and the main focus is your breath, it becomes a moving meditation.
Now you know that some of the biggest philosophers in health that I've met have always said controlled breathing is really where it's at. Controlled breathing is something that we don't do well of. Now, I have my own theory, call me, again, crazy.
Your theory.
But my theory is that we don't breathe properly and it creates a lot of brain damage that then enhances into this Alzheimer's and everything else. It just
Definitely.
makes it worse.
I think you're right. I
And
did agree with him.
and the yoga part that you're initiating with the breathing part, we should learn how to do the breathing part before you learn to walk. That's what it comes down to.
It's actually very true. When you look at diseases and you look at cancer and you look at treatments and you look at alternative treatments and you look at when someone gets upset or they need to calm down, everything boils back to oxygen. And oxygen getting to the cells, getting to the organs, getting to the veins, getting to the brain, getting to everything. It calms you down. It gets people through all kinds of traumas. And it is a form of healing for cancer as well. So I think it's incredibly important. And I know personally, I forget to breathe all the time. And so
Is that
I
why you,
love
like,
taking...
You
I
go
lo-
right to the floor and they have to pick you up.
That's when you have to lift your pelvic. No.
Lift your pelvis off the floor.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's why. And just before we started the show, we were talking about other forms of yoga as well, and we were talking about Raja and some of the other ones. And I was saying it forces me to breathe, and I feel like I've had a deep tissue massage of the brain when I leave class, because for the first time I'm concentrated so much on my breath and so much on focusing on the positions and getting through them properly that you forget about all the other things that are worrying you, all the other obligations that you have and responsibilities that you have, and it completely frees your mind while strengthening your body, while oxygenating your cells. So it's a great.
Now, what kind of other yoga methods are there?
There's
Talk-
what we were just
There's
talking
so-
about.
No, but she named a couple, but how many are there? Are there a lot of different type of yoga techniques?
Oh, there's a lot.
There is.
There's a lot of different schools of yoga.
But you pretty much just do the vinyasa?
Yes, I pretty much stick to the vinyasa.
And I said, so do you do acupuncture with Dr. Lee? Does she come
She's
to you?
working
And she says, nope, Dr. Lee just came for the class.
She just came to the class
And she loved it.
and she loved it.
She's such an amazing lady. So she takes
She's
yoga
great.
when she comes in town. So she went to Lexi's class and she had her cards out.
So tell us a little bit more about what you do. You go to different places, you have classes. What do you do?
Yeah, I go around to different studios and just teach yoga at different studios.
Did you go to school for this?
I did a yoga teacher training for this at Yoga Palm Beach, which is a studio in Palm Beach Gardens.
Okay.
And yeah, what else do I do? So I go around, teach yoga.
Are you a coach?
Not exactly. I guess a yoga coach.
So you woke up one day 3 years ago and decided you're going to be a yoga master.
No, what happened was a friend dragged me to a yoga class.
Really?
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's how you
it
get
happened.
addicted to
That's
yoga.
Literally. And I just took the class, and I've always loved exercising. I grew up doing ballet and all kinds of things like that.
Oh, so you dance too?
Dance too, yeah. But during
She
that
looks like a
yoga
ballerina.
class, I felt so incredible, and I really did just become almost addicted in the most positive sense of the word. I felt so incredible in my body, like the combination of stretching, the combination of the workout, and then the focus on the breathing. And the teacher was talking in Sanskrit, and it was just really beautiful.
What did you major in college?
English.
I could
English
tell.
and writing.
I could tell. This
Yeah.
is she's using words on my ears again.
Sanskrit.
Working.
That word?
All of that.
That was the word that got you, didn't it? I thought so.
That went through me for a loop.
Sanskrit?
Hey, do you know what that is,
Sanskrit.
darling?
Sanskrit?
No, me neither.
Oh, it's an ancient language.
It's
The
an
ancient
ancient
language.
language.
The ancient language of Sanskrit. Yes.
You know that?
From
Yes.
India.
You
yes.
do? From
See,
India?
we need to get you
From
into
India.
a yoga class.
You knew this guy?
Isn't that the first ancient language? Isn't that the ones on the wall when they were written on the wall?
That's cave writing. I'm right there with you, buddy.
That's caveman script.
It's Sanskrit. Yes, it's ancient
man.
ancient language. So if you go and you take a yoga class, they'll give you all the words and
So you know this?
yes.
You've taken yoga?
I have, but the thing with yoga, ask Michelle. You take yoga?
No, don't eat yoga.
She does yoga.
Yogurt. I think she's talking yoga.
Oh, yoga.
You know, we made popcorn and they all come back in now. They
Yeah,
can
have
smell
some
it.
popcorn because we got to get rid of it. Listen, do you know what's it called? Sanskrit?
Sanskrit.
Sanskrit is?
Isn't Sanskrit like an ancient handwriting?
See?
Jesus,
It's
it
an,
must
it's
be
an
a
ancient
woman
language.
thing. Women are so
It's an
bright.
ancient language.
Yeah.
Well, you know, at the end when you're taking a yoga class and you hear, Om
Namaste.
Baba Shanti 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 and Namaste.
I never heard
and all
that.
of
That I heard.
There you
Shanti,
go.
shanti, shanti, no here.
Well, if you
must be
actually
the
come
Rican
to
in
the
me.
yoga classes, you will hear this. Am I right? I'm correct.
Dolly,
right?
you
Yes.
didn't know this either?
Yes.
Hey, what is it? Guys sleep through school? Teddy, did you know this?
They don't teach that in school.
Of course. Every woman in the
No,
studio knows
it's like
this.
you sign up at 12 years old to take French. Oh, I think I'll take ancient Sanskrit.
Ancient Sanskrit. So, you're taking me to the boxing ring. We should take you to your yoga class.
You should totally.
We should do like a change of forces.
If there is a 9/11 and an ambulance outside, because I know I'm gonna hurt
You're not
myself. We
If you
bought.
straightened your pelvic floor, we'd get you up.
We're gonna get to that in a second. I was sort of avoiding that conversation. We had bicycles come in here, right? So she tells me, "Oh, I've ridden a bike in a long
They were
time." Yada
electric
yada.
bikes.
Electric bikes. So I'm watching to make sure she doesn't kill herself, right? I ended up spilling on this thing, going over 3 times,
Oh,
and cracking
no.
and fracturing my elbow.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna do yoga. Sanskrit this,
But
baby.
you're already on the floor.
Now I'm gonna go to my ace in the hole. What? Did she say I'm already on the floor?
You're already on the floor. You can't fall.
In my world, I can break something on the floor. Just trust me.
So the next show is going to be you extreme snowboarding, right? I think that's the
That
next
will go on location for Joel. There you have
Snowboarding.
it.
Well, thank God
We're
there's
gonna
a
do
snow
a
in
travel
Florida.
Dolly, you
episode
want to do a travel expo
in
on that?
Aspen.
Freddie snowboarding?
Yeah.
In a Speedo?
In a Speedo.
You extreme snowboarding in a Speedo.
I'm
I
glad
like
that
it.
you are such a fan. It would be hilarious, right? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Yeah, me too, because it ain't never happening. So I'm going to go to my ace in the hole. Animator. Oh, animator. Do you know what Sanskrit is? And there you have it. I got one guy in the room that knows.
Animator knows everything.
He knows everything.
Knows.
No, he knows everything. You kidding? He'll probably stand up and start writing it.
I love it.
Josh, you know how to go to commercial?
Yeah.
You remember
All right,
how?
Stay tuned. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Get
and
me
we'll
off the
be-
floor.
We'll get Freddie off the floor. Right back.
Are you looking for a new business opportunity with residual income from the convenience of your own home? Are you looking to help people and yourself take control of your health, lose weight, and feel great at the same time? It's time to drink and drop the pounds with Cafe Canna. No need to keep inventory or sit in an office. With 2 simple sachets a day, you'll receive your daily dose of coffee, CBD, and an appetite suppressant. Contact Bev today at 954-612-1271 or visit their website hempshopstore.com. Drink and drop the pounds to a new business and healthier you.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Pure Wave. Supercharge your cells. Energize your body with Pure Wave therapy. Are you ready for improved cell regeneration, less discomfort, a longer, healthier, vital life? Contact purewavenow.com for your consultation. Pure Wave technology strengthens the immune system and metabolism while activating hormone production. purewavenow.com 561-965-7777.
And we're back.
Are you
Yeah,
back?
it has. Yeah, I'm back.
We're kind of
It has
briefly telling the story of how we met, how New Dawn Media came to be.
Yeah, I saw that sign on the
how they-
screen, and it said New Dawn Media. I said, how long ago did you start it, and how did it start?
New Dawn Media was been what, 3 years now?
Yeah.
About 3 years. Met her at a bus stop. It was raining. I said, "You want to ride?" She said, "No." I said,
Wait to see
"Okay."
which story you're going to pull out of your hat.
Then I met her
Yeah,
at a restaurant. Says, "You want to do a show?" She said, "No." 4 years this went on. 4 years. It's all right. And
That
then
was
she said,
see, but you were tenacious.
He was
You got
tenacious.
through to it.
No, one of my producers was doing a show. I'm gonna put her as the first act, and I said, "Absolutely not. It's not fair. I waited 4 years. You get her in one try? And then she met my partner. It was 2 boys from Brooklyn and the Broads, and that didn't work out too well either.
I was
That
the
was
10th
fun.
broad in 2 months.
12.
See how well that one worked out. So he's interviewed, he said stay, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger. So here we
I
are
love
now
it.
at the Heart of Delray Gallery, and
I never told you this. The concept was to bring in a different broad every month. That was the concept, right? And I don't mean broads that way. The reason we said broads is
Female
because
co-host.
it was 2 boys from Brooklyn, and we were going to have a different person. So you would be the female. So it would be
Right,
January,
there you go.
February, March, April, May, like that.
Kind
And
of like the calendar.
yeah, it was my business partner friend that decided let's go in that direction. But the problem was he became obnoxious and said stupid things, and that was a whole different story. And that was the end of that.
that's the end of that. And here we are, coming up on 3 years.
No, I think coming up on 4 years.
3 years, I don't know, 3, 4. We'll be having an anniversary party again soon. Somewhere on location at a fabulous restaurant with a great cake.
There
Yes.
you go.
How about that?
With a great cake?
Why not?
Because I can't eat it.
Why? You ate it the past couple of years. Maybe you didn't. I did.
I took
we
a
had
bite.
J&D one year.
You took the whole thing home. And listen, anyway, let's get back. Let's get back to where we're going.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe on a wonderful Wednesday. Today is truly a wonderful Women's Wednesday. When you see our 1 o'clock hour, do what you got to do. Give us a call in the studio at 888-994-4995. We're talking yoga. We've got Lexi Harrington with us on breathing. You know, breathing's really important. You think you take it for granted that you just breathe? You don't, because if I think all the times I'm actually holding my breath.
Oh, forget it.
During the day, when you say breathing comes naturally, it does. Just slide the doors open. But I don't breathe. I like hold my breath half the time. I realize I don't. I don't take like this full oxygen inhale in.
Maybe that's a lot of your problem.
Yeah, I think so.
If you don't breathe, you fall because you're going to faint. You got to breathe.
You do, but you know, there's like shallow breathing, and then there's like the deep breath work that I think we just miss out on. Teddy probably does because she works out all the time.
Teddy breathes too much. She breathes heavy. She has heavy breathing.
No, but I think breath work.
But she's
really
she's in great shape. That one.
Wait till Friday. We're putting you on the bag.
Oh God! Okay, I've never seen a woman do that. All right, so let's get to this pelvic floor thing.
Well, she just walked in with bagels and she left. So when we come back, we'll discuss that a little bit more.
Who was that?
That's Dory Barinholtz.
Okay, what does that have to do with pelvis on the floor?
That's what she does, is talk about pelvic floor.
Oh, we're gonna have. I thought that's what she did.
She teaches yoga.
Oh, I'm yoga. I'm not
so
pelvic floor.
your pelvic is on the floor? You are so confusing me. Didn't she say we were going to talk about this?
We are going to talk about it. And let's talk to Jewel. Jewel, tell us about Zellman Design.
Okay, so I own a company with Steven Zellman called ZLMN, Zellman Style Interiors, and we do very, very high-end interior design. So a lot of the beautiful homes that you see all along the ocean that are 5 million, 7 million, 29 million, we design the gorgeous interiors. So we work with architects. And we build sometimes from scratch. Sometimes we do a gut job. Sometimes we just go in when it's all already completely done on the inside. But most of the time, we start from when we actually need to do the finishes. We need to build ceiling details, build stairwells, and do all of those things. We work with contractors. We oversee the whole job, and then we design the whole space.
That's far more than just walking in and buying furniture. You're truly more.
Oh, yeah, no. We're designers. Yeah. We actually deal with blueprints. We do all kinds of stuff. We design all the architectural details. So we do all the design planning. We do CAD. We do computerized renderings of 3D renderings so that we can actually walk you through the front door of your new space, walk you into each room. We place all the furniture. We do all the selections. We create a design Bible. And I mean, we do projects that range from, I don't know what our minimum project would be. I mean, maybe the smallest project would be, $200,000.
She's wondering about our production costs. I said, trust me, our production costs are nothing compared to what you're doing.
And then you might have a design job that's $5 million, depending upon how big the project is. We'll design a boutique hotel, a restaurant, a home, lobbies for major corporate buildings. And Steven does a lot of very famous people's homes. He has a history of, I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but I mean, even like Oprah Winfrey's old house in the Bahamas, which was then bought by Len Stewart, who was the founder of Saturday Night Live, Shaquille O'Neal, all kinds of people.
Now, have you always been in design, or this?
I was always in design, but in different elements. So I was a fashion designer for 10 years. I did interiors for fun. I did graphic design. I'm a photographer. I'm a writer, all kinds of things. So I've always been creating things from scratch. Even when I did fashion design, I designed jewelry. So I think one of my skill sets is I have an eye. And I can use that to create anything from nothing. So even doing photo shoots with other fashion designers before I got into design, I would take a garment and then I would imagine, where should we shoot this, where should we do this, and I'd pick a location around the world. I'd fly the crew, and then I'd set the whole thing up with the model and do the whole thing, and it might be in a cliff, and it might be on the water, I might create walking on water. I designed ads, all kinds of things.
Well, we met
for
you
many years.
You were doing Delray Fashion Week,
right?
And
so
the
I'm
whole
the chairman of Delray Fashion Week.
All from that,
right? So I'm the chairman of Delray Fashion Week. I started about 8 years ago with Laura Simon. We decided that Delray had so much to offer. And I think a lot of times in the beginning, people would know Delray for the restaurants, but not for the shopping. And so because I was a designer, because I had a store, and because I had a brand new brand, I had a vested interest, and I had a 10-year lease. So I had a
is like
vested interest.
I'm exhausted. She's
does
like
it all.
everywhere. She's on planes and trains and everything. She does everything, right?
Planes, trains, and lifts.
I gotta
You know
I
what?
gotta have yoga
I'm a
just to
woman
keep
on
up
a
to
mission.
her.
I'm a woman on
What
a
is the
mission.
mission?
I think to create, period. I love the process of making things.
So it doesn't matter
and
what
making
it is?
beautiful things. Well, no, I mean, most of the stuff that I've been involved with has either been high-end interiors or high-end fashion. I've done magazines. And,
Tell me about the fashion.
Oh, God.
Clothing?
I did clothing and handbags for years. Yes, I manufactured in
What was your
India,
number
Bali,
one
and Morocco.
number one garment that you designed that you love to the day?
Oh.
Number one, only one.
I don't have just one. I really don't have
Well, you have to
one.
pick one.
Oh, God.
It's like taking a finger and say, "This is it."
But think if she manufactured in
don't-
India and Bali and Morocco, they had to have a
Yeah,
different
and you
flair
have
than
different
Florida.
artisans and
So?
different influences.
It's a
For a long
thing.
time, it was my Jules caftan, which really looked like something that Stevie Nicks would wear. It's the quintessential boho, beautiful, whimsical caftan. And I wore mine all the time, and we sold gazillions of them, and we sold them all over. And we were sold in the Viceroys, the Four Seasons, the St. Regis's on different islands, and
Wow.
resorts, and in Florida.
Really?
Yeah. So it was a lot of
That's
fun.
a whole lot of finger.
Yeah, but you know what? I was not, I had not gone to school for manufacturing on the business side. So when you start to go to foreign destinations and you are a single girl on your own and you have to negotiate prices with factories like in Morocco,
It's a different animal.
where it's predominantly run by men, and you don't really speak the language, and they speak Arabic, and it's a totally different culture, where the women are in shrouds, and you have a very, very different...
You went in a shroud?
No, because most of my time was spent in Marrakesh, which is very westernized. But the bottom line is that obviously always respectful of their culture, always made sure that I was covered in a way that I was never offending anyone, and just always deferred to their way of living.
Right.
But that doesn't make a difference that because I didn't speak Arabic, I was at a major disadvantage in business. And I think if I could go back and manufacture again anywhere, I think I would partner with someone that was of that destination, or hire someone that was of that destination that really had my back,
Right.
so that I was not relying on myself. So that was not my strong suit, designing was.
But you
it's
still
a
survived
lesson
through
in
it.
a lesson in a journey, right? So that's all
Oh,
part of the
definitely.
creative process. But you do
Definitely.
broadcasting, you're a media host, you do so many amazing
Oh,
things.
yeah.
You do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I always found this entertaining. Men designing women clothing. Men don't wear it. How
Oh,
the men
it
know
doesn't
that?
matter. It doesn't matter.
But
The
it
bottom
does
line
if you
is-
think about
No,
it.
because we have to look at you. So
No,
it's
we have to
very-
look at you.
Well, it doesn't make a difference either way. Whether you're designing our stuff or we're designing your stuff, the bottom line is we're the opposite sex, so we know how you would look fantastic.
No, but hold on. I'm saying a man's business designing women clothing.
They're some
right?
of the best. Yeah.
They're some of the best. So in my world, I would take some of the best women and I would have a competition. I will bet my last dollar that
Second
the woman
round of the Delray
design
Boxing Club.
that the woman design would be more useful, more womanish.
Right.
I mean, I love to watch a woman give birth. I can't do that.
Right.
So you're pretty good at it. Those that have children, right?
Right.
You're not gonna say a man's gonna come in here and say, "I'm gonna teach you how to do this."
But
Right.
Jewel designed her clothing. It was just manufactured.
I know that, but I'm just saying. I always found it funny
That
how
men
men
can design?
control. She just said it's a man's business.
Right.
I don't understand
Well,
that.
in the different countries, right? You're dealing with different businessmen. It's very different. Even here in the United States, look how many people say it's man's world. It's men. Now, women, we've all stepping into our power and we're doing. But there are some speed bumps we encounter that you need. Sorry to say, sometimes you need the right partner next to you to get to the next level. Vice versa, right? New Dawn Media gets us more into women empowerment production and things like that, where AMP wouldn't. So you have to have the right partner to get you where you want to go to the next level.
Like I
got
said,
that?
I
Well,
just find it very funny.
How'd you like that spin?
I don't know what that she's talking about. I am so
thi-
confused. I gotta go do yoga.
Ruth Ginsburg.
You know, it's,
Right.
it's about
Women's-
having the right
women's
partner.
power.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of it is the fact that it really is a language barrier. So I think in the United States or any country where they speak English, if any one of us, any one of the three of us, had to negotiate or stand up for ourselves or talk, we could, because we're comfortable, we know the culture, et cetera, et cetera. But when you are dealing with a foreign country and it's a very male-dominated country where their view of women is very different, their perspective on a woman's role is very different, and it is across the country. It's especially if you are a conscientious person or a polite person and very caring about not disrespecting anything, you kind of don't know how to walk that line. It's a very difficult line to walk because you, as a business, you put on your business head and you want to be able to negotiate the best deal. You want to be able to stand up for yourself. You want to make sure nobody takes advantage of you. But in that world, you also don't know what you'll get in trouble for, or, you know, really what you'll get in trouble for.
Now, I got a question. You were single at the time you did this?
I was single.
Single.
Yes,
No,
right?
I actually was married, but I had a husband that couldn't travel with me.
Okay, so you were married. So that killed
Yeah.
that question. I wanted, because you're married now? You're
Yes.
still married. Okay, so I wanted to know if being single and being married changed your perspective on the business.
I think, no, I'm about to say something that probably is, I shouldn't say what I'm going to say it anyway.
It's a different husband
It's a
now,
different
though.
husband. So this husband would absolutely have my back. And this husband would absolutely stand next to me and say, I'm going to go with you. And I'm not going to speak for you.
Gotcha.
But I'm just going to be present. And so that way they know that you have a force behind you. I wasn't in that position before.
Got you. Okay.
And
That's all I'll say.
It's different, but I want to ask you, we talk about women in business all the time now, and reinventing yourself and stepping into your power. And as you're very young still, but as we get older,
She's 18.
I know, as we get older, right, the things we want to do change.
Right.
And our paths change, and it's the journey. Stopping a clothing manufacturing business, giving up a lease,
Right.
not doing the handbag business. Did you look at that as, oh my gosh, I failed? Or is it, okay, I got this, it's my
Or
next step
growth.
in the journey? Is it growth?
Oh, well, okay. So I think really the deciding factor was, I think Steven, who is my husband now, who had been running a design business since 1989, I think saw my skill set. And he said to me, you know, you are in a business where you have to spend a lot of money manufacturing, and you're a small company. So your expenses are very, very high. And after all of that, after your airline tickets, you're staying, you're spending 3 weeks in a foreign country, you having to manufacture minimum quantities with these factories, you sell a dress for $700 or whatever it is. And he said, where here we work on a design, we take deposits, we do different things. We're ensured that we don't have to be in a position of too much high risk, where we provide an excellent service, we deliver an amazing job, and the profit that we make is fair to the amount of money that we're spending. And he said, and so it's a totally different, it's a different business,
Sure.
and the reward is safer. And it's more reliable, and you're not at the risk of doing all of this manufacturing stuff where you really can lose a great deal of money. And so when he sort of had these conversations with me over and over again over the course of a year, I finally said, okay, and he asked me to partner with him. So I left my business and I partnered with him, and I couldn't be any happier. I miss fashion like crazy, but I love what we do. So it was an okay segue from one to the other.
It's growth. It's a journey, and you know, we talked to, I don't know if you have kids, but I talked to my kids and my daughter about what they want to do, and all of these kids now, and what they think they want to do the rest of their lives. It will change.
Oh yeah.
You know, especially as
So
time
what do you
change
wanna
and
do?
women change.
What do you want to do?
Yes, you're young.
You're young.
You're young.
Oh, I have a lot I want to do.
What do you want to do?
So I want to write horror. I'm working on
Horror.
a horror novel right now. Yeah.
She wants to
You're a
write.
yoga teacher.
She
Wait,
said she wants to
he's
write
the
horror?
Zen yoga teacher that wants to write horror.
Talk about the
Yeah.
antithetical. She's a yoga teacher teaching peace and breath, and
Yes,
she wants to write
Zen.
horror.
Yeah.
She wants to talk about the Cookie and the Monster.
I do, and I do want to open up a haunted house at some
Oh
point
Lord,
too.
my
And
head
Ted,
hurts.
you in?
So,
Let's do it.
so are you? Are
Show
you?
is coming to
Have
town.
you ever written a book?
Yeah, I'm writing it right now.
Are you?
Yes.
Let's hook her up with Elite.
Absolutely.
And we have a publishing house. I would love to talk to you. So you want to write horror flicks? What's the name of the famous horror writer?
Stephen King.
You want to be a female Stephen?
Absolutely.
Isn't it funny? You just never know, right? Here you are, peaceful
Yeah.
and yoga and vinyasa and breath. Oh, write a horror book and open a
Yeah.
haunted house.
Now horror, you know, you have to have a demented mind for it to work.
That you do.
So
I
you-
think we all do. I think we all do. I think some people are just more in touch with it than others.
So you're more honest.
Maybe.
Are you
I
an
think I'm
honest
just in
person?
touch with it. I consider myself an honest person.
So if you see something, you say the way it is.
Yeah.
You don't care about the
Try
delivery.
not to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm conscious of that. I have a filter.
Do you?
I do, absolutely. That feeds in more with like my yoga, meditation, vegan.
Yeah, but that's a
side.
whole
Nice
that's a
people.
whole thing over
I
here.
am vegan.
I'm going vegan.
Good,
She's
good.
going
Good luck.
vegan.
I've started yesterday. I had
We're going
I
to
had my
Dark
pear.
Good luck.
Where are we going?
I'm
So
with
dark
you.
stars.
I can't
Okay.
do it.
Yeah,
I
Did
don't
you
know if
say
I can
lobsters?
do it either.
Lobster?
Darbsters.
Darbster.
I don't know what
What's a
Darbsters is.
Darbster?
It's a great vegan restaurant.
Where is it?
West Palm.
Where at? You want to go?
Oh.
Want to go?
You eat
Vegan
vegan too,
Dolly's
right?
like, No, no,
We're gonna
no.
go. Yeah.
You do vegan?
vegan.
I'll do the vegan restaurant.
You like vegan food? You only eat vegan? Are you vegan?
No.
You're not vegan.
No.
You want to be vegan.
Are you paleo?
Is it?
She's
She's a carnivore.
Tori, welcome to our crazy. Let's take a quick commercial break. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. We got bagels in the house, guys. She brought you lunch. We'll be right back.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
You fantasized about it your whole life, and now you can make your wedding dreams come true at the Love Bridal Events Bridal Show, April 28th, 2019 at the beautiful Indian Springs Country Club in Boynton Beach. Get great ideas and the best deals from over 50 wedding vendors. See the latest bridal styles of Love Bridal Events fashion shows and more. This is going to be one of the greatest wedding shows in South Florida this year. The original Love Bridal Events show. Visit lovebridalevents.com for more information. See you at the show.
And welcome. Don't
Freddie,
ever question. You say go. Don't Freddie, because Freddie is like my name.
Freddie's never ready.
I'm never ready.
He's doing 10 things at once as you see what happens on commercial breaks. See, this is the beauty of being live, Joel.
Yes.
Welcome back to a wonderful Wednesday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. Patty Goldenberg is back in-house. It's been a long time, Miss Fem City. How you doing?
Oh, the great traveler.
Shangri-La. I'm glad you actually went there because everyone goes, no, Sri Lanka. And I go, no, Shangri-La. Sri Lanka.
I had a pin cushion dummy puppet.
Ask her if she's ever
Because I
heard.
was so jealous.
Ask her if she's ever heard of Sanskrit.
Voodoo.
Of course.
And what is Sanskrit?
It's a language.
See there?
Of course, she's a female.
And she just traveled to India for 3 weeks.
I didn't even know what the hell it was. Not one guy in here knew what it was except for Hector, the
And there you have it.
animator.
The animator knew. Welcome back. We're talking
Horror
I
films.
guess horror films.
Horror.
How far are you along in your book?
I'm about a fourth of the way done.
A fourth? That's
A
not
fourth.
bad. I wrote 7 pages in my book.
7 pages.
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Do you have a publishing company?
No, not yet.
Oh, we have one for
Not
you.
yet. Okay.
We have a very good friend. Actually, we sent the 2 people who are actually putting books together with
Are
them.
they doing it? I know we got to get them back on the show.
Linda
Elite
Summers is
Foundation.
one, and I can't remember who the other one was. But yes, but they will love you because you see, when you're young and write and you can write and stuff, your future is like the ocean. You never know what's going to
Never
happen.
know where it's gonna go. Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, we had a guest on. And he's with the Oddities show. It was on the 19th. It's from the Oddities and Freak show. And he actually put a nail through his nose. We never saw Ashley again. So
Ashley never.
we lost one of our producers that day. We have not seen or heard from her again.
Dolly, you weren't here, right?
It's a little scary.
And she's next to him. But they have, I guess, at Old School South County Fairgrounds, there's a horror kind of whole thing set up there.
we can. There is. That's we know. They were on the show. We should hook you up so you could do a part in there.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I'd love it.
You love it?
That's what
I
I'm
love
thinking.
it.
You want
Dolly,
to stick
can
a
you
nail
open
in your
the door,
nose?
please?
I would do that. I could try. I could try. I would try that.
We need errors in admission. You gotta get a lot of insurance. As it comes out the back of her head. Holy smokes! You want? I'll call him. I got her on
But you
speed
know,
dial.
you talk about business, right? How we started with literally two cams on a radio desk at iHeartRadio, and it expands. And now to go on the bright line, expenses as it grows in business. We need insurance. You're going to put a nail through it. We need errors in admission. We need limited liability. We need all these things as the business grows. And what is that?
We need a shrink, is what we need.
Oh, if you're putting a nail through your nose, you definitely
We need a shrink.
psychiatrist on staff.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's
It's
called
fun.
the blockhead because he's got like a cavity where there's no structure between his nose and his
Yeah, but when he
sinuses.
did it, I saw his eyes flicker because he was like,
Flicker?
"Oh, this hurts. This really hurts."
He goes,
It was an
"I don't know."
8-inch spike.
It was an 8-inch nail. from
Man,
what
it
I
was
saw.
unbelievable. It was.
But it would be
Yes.
a good connection for you to join. You could write about the freak show or something. I think you would really enjoy that.
Where do you get your
Inspiration
from?
I
I'm
have no
afraid to
idea.
ask.
I wish I could tell you. All of a sudden, there's just an idea in my head. Something just clicks into place, and
Do you
feel
dream
like I want
it?
to write about it.
Do you dream it?
No.
Is this like
Never
the
in dreams.
like the
It's in
yoga
waking moments.
the yoga killer?
And you're not
The
like
yoga killer.
and you're not. People don't consider you the dark side. But there's an artist.
No,
in
she
here.
has a dark side.
I do.
But
She
look,
does.
think about Milan, with the artist
Oh,
who's
send
here.
cheers about my
Milan,
Who?
Lexi's daughter, Milan.
Yes.
And she's a 17-year-old artist, and she's got some work right in the hallway.
Wow.
And pencil drawings of some dark things, of headless creatures.
I was staring at those. Yeah,
And-
they're fabulous.
And she's
Oh, boy.
unbelievable. And we said, where does this come from? She says, I don't understand why everyone
make it
doesn't
up.
think this way. It's in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just what I think. You think about creatures without heads, eating each other, playing cards, and tails coming through. I mean, her brain works in a different, but clearly
Yeah.
yours does too.
Yeah, that's exactly. Those are just the kind of ideas that pop into my head. It's not really a choice. It's just just like the artist said. It's worded beautifully.
Have you been
That's-
thinking this way for a long time?
Yeah.
Really?
Always. Even when I was little, my mom reminds me that I always loved like the villain in the Disney movies. So
Oh, boy.
it's just what you're attracted
I'm
to.
moving this
That
way.
was the part I always wish they took out of the Disney movies was the villain. I didn't understand why it couldn't just be the princess and the prince and all the little animals cleaning your house.
See, I have to tell you something. I literally would like hide under the table even
Yep.
when the Wicked Witch of the West
But
would
I
come out.
love that.
Oh, I couldn't take the
On
villains.
HBO, they give me The Nun. You seen The Nun?
No.
Oh no!
You gotta
the
watch that at
trailer.
midnight.
The trailer scared the hell
I
out
saw
of
it in
me.
the movies. Now that I'm watching it, I love The Nun. Now every time I see The Nun, I'm gonna think of you.
Yeah, every movie you
Thank
recommend
you. I
to me
have
is
the poster
violent.
in my room for that
Do you?
movie. I
Oh,
do.
boy.
I do.
So you like scary movies?
I love scary movies.
She
I am
likes
gonna put a-
major horror gore.
I
We were
am
talking
going to
about
put a
this.
screen up, and we are going to have movie night. We have horror movie nights here,
I would love that.
Oh my
We
god,
should
I'm
do
getting the
that.
chills.
and we'll have blood coming down the walls.
I think I'll pass.
You don't remember Creature Features?
I'm going under the table with Jewel.
Yes,
I'm
I think
going back
she
to
and I are going to go get dinner.
Are you guys? You don't like
We're
scary
going to
movies?
try one of your new restaurants on Design and Dine.
No, you know what? I love, we were talking about this earlier. I love a good thriller where I
Thrillers
have
are
to like
great.
figure it out. But the minute it turns into gore,
I love it.
I can't.
I
What
love
about-
it too.
I'm out.
What about Thriller with gore and back to Thriller?
Fabulous.
Well, that was kind of like Silence of the Lambs.
It
We
was
were
like
talking about
Silence
that.
of the Lambs.
Like Silence of the Lambs had a little of both.
But
That
I
was
think
hilarious.
the
That was
whole
hilarious,
dichotomy
Angela.
of Lexi is she's vinyasa yoga and breath and breathing and moving and
She's
flow.
the yoga killer.
On this one side, and then the other side, she's writing horror.
We could brand
That's
it.
Gemini. I'm the Gemini.
Yes, you have a split. She has a split personality.
I was just talking about this
Alright,
with
I'm
my
out.
friends.
She's a Gemini.
My personality is very stable, but when it comes to my interests, I'm very
You're a Gemini?
two-sided.
That's it. You don't have to say nothing more.
I just want to know if you
that's
sneak
right.
out of your house late at night and wander the streets because I'm going to lock up. Just want to know.
I mean, I have my pit bull with me. So
There
we
you
go on
go.
walks at
Or you
night
have a
all the
pit bull.
time.
Do-
I
Are
do
you a
have pit
prankster?
bull.
Do you play jokes on people, like try to scare them?
Not really.
She's too conservative. She's like the, what do you
I'm
call that?
considerate, but
She just imagines evil
the
thoughts.
craziness on my laptop.
What do you call that?
know?
A ninja? What do they call the stealth ninja? She's like a stealth yoga killer.
You've got this whole thing in your head
And
going.
you can kill, she kills you with the precision. So you get into
Yeah.
a position, and your neck,
Wraps your legs around your neck and
neck
goes,
pops. You're done.
It's
Wow.
scary position.
I got like a pain in my chest.
Dory will help you out with that. Although it's not your pelvic floor, but
No, this one scares. That's the scary lady over there.
Dory, he's terrified of what you're going to
Yes,
say.
I will be leaving this.
I'm sure anything you say, I've heard before.
I'm sure you have. That you have me all confused here. Okay, so the future for you is to do maybe a movie.
I don't think so. I think I'm gonna stick to writing.
What about making a movie out of one of your rights?
Maybe I'd be interested in being involved with that.
I
Definitely.
kind of like that idea. A gory
Yeah.
mini movie.
Yeah, and I do still want to open up a haunted house. So for me, it's the writing side of it, and then I'd love to actually be involved in the creative process of putting together
A haunted
such a
house?
sensual experience. Yeah, haunted house.
You must have a ball on Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
It's just, I mean, every day is Halloween when you're someone like me, though. is the
I can
thing.
imagine. She's a Gemini. Every day is
Gemini.
Every day is
Every day
Halloween.
is Halloween. I'm a little scared. If people want to find your yoga classes, how do they find you?
Look at Teddy. Teddy, you having a good time, Teddy?
At LexiHarringtonYoga@gmail.com.
And Jill, how can they find you for you and Steve and your design services?
www.zelmanstyle.com or Julie, and you can email me at Julie, Julie, at zelmanstyle.com. ZELMANSTYLE.com.
You never know where the show's going to take you.
You amaze me
Why?
because you brought the yoga killer in.
It's like the secret clown. I'm a little scared.
The secret
Yes.
clown. I wanted to ask you, but I don't know if you want to tell us what the book is about so far.
There's cannibalism and demons in it so far.
Oh, demons.
Yeah.
Right up your alley.
So this is like a spiritual thing, or?
Oh, boy.
It's also a woman's empowerment novel.
That's
a little
it.
bit. A little bit. Just because there's going to be a girl hero. There's going to be a girl hero.
Wonder Woman lady jumping through buildings and stuff like that.
No, more just like facing a terrifying situation and
So wait, so
becoming
any-
stronger for it, finding her strength in the midst of insanity.
So wait, so there is a good person who wins over evil in the end.
I'm not sure if she's gonna win,
Oh,
but
geez,
she's certainly
she has
going.
to win?
She's certainly going to try.
Is she going to be in one part at the end of this thing, or in multiple parts?
She's a Gemini. She may have like two heads.
That's amazing. You know, the Geminis make the best writers, I heard,
Thank you. Yeah.
because they have like dual personality.
I think that you should write something sort of about yourself and kind of make yourself
No, let's not go
the
there.
good person and the killer.
Let's not
that
go
would be crazy, right?
See, the fun of
Sybil.
writing is that I don't have to be with myself. I get to be with these other characters and like in this other world. Writing's definitely an escape.
So, was your growing up like normal, or did you always do these scary things?
I was always drawn to the scary things. I have
No.
a very
You have
normal,
brothers and sisters?
beautiful family. Yeah, I have a younger sister.
She's
my
like you?
parents are still together. My mom's a beautiful Greek Spartan woman.
Really?
Yeah. Wonderful, kind family, and I'm the only one in my family that likes horror.
Get the black sheep, the black sheep of the
Always.
family, right?
Always, yeah.
Do you ever
We have
like?
to switch over.
I know you ever ask people what they do before you bring them on here. Just ask them.
Yeah, she did vinyasa yoga.
Yeah, my foot. That's about this much of her yoganess. But there you go.
I
We
do
asked.
love yoga, though. I do
do?
love yoga.
So you can come in like a clown face, like and do your yoga that way.
I don't know that that's too calming.
Friday, yeah, we will pass on that one.
I don't know. It's kind
need
of
to
scary.
yoga and
The
I
scary
need to-
yoga house.
All right, so but wait, I have a question for you. Okay, now we're on this show. Where can we take your class?
Thrive Power Yoga Palm Beach. You can email me again at lexiharringtonyoga@gmail.com if you want to get involved in privates or set up a group. At Manatee Lagoon, there is a free class if you want to come do free yoga Saturdays at 8 a.m. and I teach at Om Yoga Wellness.
Okay. Oh, you go on your website, you can see the calendar.
Absolutely.
LexiHarrington.com?
Lexi, well, just email me for now.
LexiHarrington@gmail.com. We're going to switch over to radio. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Which is 4?
95.3 FM, 1470 AM. We'll see you in a few.
.1470 AM and 95.3 FM. The Health and Wealth Radio Network. Don't miss the Save a Lot Nutrition Hour with Al Foreman and Janet Cimarelli. WNN. The Money Talk Radio Network is WSBR Boca Raton, W280DU Boca Raton, and W245BC Lauderdale Lakes.
Have you tried investing in the stock market and haven't done very well? Come into Online Trading Academy. Have your investments lost money and you're frustrated because the only thing your broker says is ride it out? Hop in the car and get to Online Trading Academy. Pro investors show you how money is made in up, down, and sideways markets. You'll see the best way to pick stocks, options, futures, and Forex using a patented rules-based strategy taught only at Online Trading Academy. How to find the right investments, how to time the market, how to protect money from risk. For over 20 years, thousands have learned how to invest from home at Online Trading Academy. Come in and see what this school's all about at a free half-day class. They're all over Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Stewart, and Port St. Lucie. Seating is limited, so call Online Trading Academy now to win a pair of tickets. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510.
Staying healthy is difficult. What nutritional supplements should you take? What foods are best for you? What health practitioner should you see? You've got health questions, I've got health answers. From heartburn to hemorrhoids, pain to pimples, carpal tunnel to the common cold, gluten to gallbladder, and gingivitis, and all points in between. I'm Dr. Bob Martin. Tune into my Sunday talk show at 10 o'clock on Talk 1470 WNN.
People who frequently consume green leafy vegetables tend to have better memories as they age. Green leafy vegetables, they're good for your brain and memory, and also your heart. And getting your greens has never been easier with Smart Serve from Invite Health. Every serving supplies 14 kale leaves, 4 spinach leaves, and a broccoli floret. All farm fresh green leafy vegetables. Smart Serve is organic, non-GMO, sustainable, and vegan. It's never been sprayed with anything. If you don't have time to go from the farm to the table, Smart Serve is from the farm to the capsule. Take advantage of this special offer from Invite Health. Buy 1 bottle of Smart Serve for $19.95 risk-free. Double up and get free shipping. The regular retail is $52.95. For Smart Serve, call 800-463-7575. That's 800-463-7575. You can also visit an Invite Health location or go to invitehealth.com. Invite Health, the luxury brand of vitamins.
What you want to know. What you need to know. Talk 1470 WNN.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, part 2 of a very enjoyable Women's Wednesday.
You know,
Wonderful Wednesday.
You don't play fair on a wonderful Women's Wednesday.
What did I do now?
I know we piled the house, I can't say against you, but in the women's favor.
Yeah, but I got my guys here
and
now.
then you took the whole horror piece to a whole nother level.
I love horror.
But was it supposed to be horror?
Ladies, you love horror movies?
I love it.
Don't you love it?
I used to when I was a kid.
I used to.
And I was
And then you
looking
grew
at
up?
that girl. I have a very dark side as well.
You have a dark side, right?
Very
I can
dark.
see that because all my lights dim when you walk in. Just saying. Welcome with all our friends all over the country. Thank you for tuning in. Say hello to Jody at the radio station.
Hi, Jody. Hi, Joe. Hi,
And hello, Joe and Bobby and all you guys. Hope you're having a great day. If you missed the first show today, hit
Replay.
Nothing happens. You just got to watch again.
Rewind it.
Rewind nothing. You got to watch it. Just watch it. You guys are doing a great job. So if you're watching today's show, please, caring is sharing. Send it out. Share it with somebody. Make a comment. Call in. What's the number?
888-565-1470. Give us a call at WNN 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. Live streaming again. Thank you, Facebook. We are back up and running all over social media.
Everything's
Lots
working.
going on. Everything is working.
Now, you know what that's for? If you
Angels
say
on wings.
whatever. If you say September 5th, what happens? You win. Oh, that hurt my back. You win a bag of our Brooklyn Cafe coffee because that day happens to be somebody's birthday, and we will celebrate till September 5th every day because payback is a B. How you like me there? Right, Teddy? That is Teddy's birthday. If you tell me that it's Teddy's birthday, September 5th, I'll give you 2 bags. How's
Do you
that?
want to call in today?
Call in today.
888-565-1470. We got a lot going on. Of course, every Wednesday is a wonderful Wednesday, Wonderful Women's Wednesday. We've got Fem City back in the house. Welcome back, Patty Goldenberg. Got a lot going on.
The Weary Traveler. Where'd you go?
Sri Lanka.
I went to Singapore and Sri Lanka.
Do you know I used to trade cement to Sri Lanka?
Of Of course you did.
Yes, and it was great. The cement was a high grade for the landing strips for the plane. True story.
My plane landed safely and took off safely, so thank you.
You know, when the boy from the Bronx talks about I worked in the cement factory, I certainly don't think that you're making runways with it. So can we just leave it with that?
No, is A1 on? A1.
A1's on, yes.
Okay. It isn't that. They used to be in the trading business. And this lady came up to me because I was very bad at it, and she gave me $1 because I said I want to make $1 million. She said, "Here's $1, get out." So I got out.
Nothing.
But that was the only deal I did, was trading cement to Sri Lanka. I've never been there.
Nothing.
Never been there. Never been there. But they do it. You landed there, right? There's an airport.
I landed. There is an airport.
Okay. The cement went somewhere.
Patty's Patio traveled with her. Patty's Patio traveled all over India, which was absolutely spectacular. And I'm so glad you're back. We've got Dory Barinholtz with us, the pelvic floor specialist.
Ouch.
Well, you don't have the pelvic floor.
Ouch.
Really,
He
you do, but
does.
You don't.
I do.
You do. You just don't have what she specializes in.
How do you know? It's
Last I checked, you were not
It's
of the female
all the
persuasion.
same, all the same. First of all, you brought a yoga expert in here who became
a horror
Chamber of Horrors. Chamber of Horrors. She's the yoga horror queen.
We had Lexi Harrington in the first hour, and she does yoga and vinyasa flow and breath work. But she writes horror books, and she says, because I'm a Gemini. And it just went a whole nother level of
That's
conversation.
right. And we're going to be going to, when are we doing the pinball, Teddy?
I think Tuesday. The
When?
30th?
The 30th. We're going to be at the pinball in Atlantic Avenue. Is that what it's called?
Silver Ball Museum on April 30th.
And we are going to bring the freak show.
Okay.
And we're going to have her come with us because she's going to do the horror scene.
I'm a little scared.
At the pinball.
I'm bringing my muffins with me, Dory. Dory
We're gonna have a lot of fun.
sustenance. She goes, don't go vegan yet. I brought you a muffin. All right, we'll wait till tomorrow.
Oh, you can't have a muffin when you go vegan?
I think they might be made with milk, but it's all right. It's a little bit.
Well, how do you know? Okay, so I'm a vegan, right?
I'm not
And I
vegan.
eat this. What happens?
You'll be fine.
The Pope is going to call me, and what's going to happen?
One piece is absolutely delicious.
No, I want
She
you to
says, I
eat.
want to remember you eating one of these.
You have to eat that whole thing. If you don't eat the whole thing, we're going to have a big problem.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot going on.
All right, so kick it off. What do we got?
May 1st, we're going to be on the Bright Line train with Dawn DeMarco and Sparkle of Life. So you can go to her page. You're wearing her pieces? Beautiful. Dawn DeMarco is raising money for Sparkle of Life / the Rosie Foundation to bring money to children's cancer awareness. Bright Line train, West Palm Beach, down to Fort Lauderdale. We're bringing the Extraordinary Escape Room to Fort Lauderdale to do a whodunit, who stole the missing piece of jewelry, and then back up to West Palm Beach. Tickets are $65, and they can be purchased at her V-Card. So text Sparkle of Life to 80800. Join our fun. I believe tickets are $65. May 1st open to the first 45 people that RSVP. So it's a limited offer, but it'll well worth the trip. And this Friday, we're going to be where? We went and checked it out this morning.
We're going to be boxing.
Delray Beach Boxing Club. We're going to be there with Mama Ali. So if you are in the area of Delray Beach, you want to see this fantastic gym, I think I'm coming in gym clothes. I'm going to box. If you bring in my golden gloves with me, boom.
You know, it's
you better watch out.
It's
Fred.
amazing when we do a production. There's like 5,000 things
And all
to
I
do.
worry about is what I wear.
And all she's going to worry about is she's going to be in the ring boxing. It goes to show you how the power of balance of women has changed.
You know what? We've got such a great crew. I know they got this. We saw it on Friday. They did a phenomenal job at the Brain Bowl. They got this.
I got $1 in my pocket for whoever can put together the wonderful banners that are there. Whoever can put those two banners together, I got $1. No, you saw the video?
No, but I know how to
okay.
do it.
Do you?
Yes, there's a few holes and a few rods, and you put the rods in the hole, and they go in the grommets, and boom.
Like I said, I got $1 for whoever can put it together.
But join our conversation. Give us a call at 888-565-1470.
Alrighty.
Welcome back, Miss Patty. Let's kick
Thank
off
you
Fem
very
City
much.
because people who are listening and watching want to know what Fem City is all about.
Yeah, so Fem City is a women's organization. We are international, and I just saw an email with some new cities that are opening up, and we've got a lot going on. So it's a great group.
New cities, really?
New Fem cities,
Right.
yes, we do. We have
In the U.S.?
No, U.S. and Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I know Rio Grande Valley, I believe. There's a new one in Center City area of Toronto. There's one in Ontario that's just getting going. So a lot going on. I'm lucky enough to be the president of the Boca del Rey organization, and it's just been a life-changing group of women to be a part of for me, and I'm really excited. We just sold out our April lunch at Mariposa. I know you were really excited about trying to sneak into that, Freddie.
I bought a dress and everything.
But we are all sold out for the April luncheon. We've got a great event coming up May 8th. It's called Pound and Pour. I believe our instructor and membership chair and modern Boca Mom blogger, Michelle Olson-Rogers, was here a couple of weeks ago, may have mentioned it. It's going to be one of our evening
I really want to go to that. Dora, you would love it.
It is a lot of
Pound
fun.
with the drumsticks?
Oh, I love that. I've taken a class
Have you
like
done
that.
it? I mean, you would love that.
One time at Miraval, like in Arizona, it was the best. It was great.
Yes.
Where is it?
At Organic Movement Dance Studio. It's in East Boca. Again, one of our other FEM members owns that dance studio. They do everything from, your little toddlers and the classic ballet and tap, all the way to adult dance and ballet and fitness classes as well. And it's a great studio, and they have a lot to offer. And I really need to do it more regularly, because every time I go to Pound...
You've done it?
I love it. I have. I've done it a few times. Unlike you, I do not find myself at the gym very often, but I have done the Pound classes. It's so exciting. You don't even realize you're working out. It's a lot of fun. And every time after I finish, I text Michelle the next day. It's like, I had so much fun. My thighs are screaming today.
How do you sign up for that? If you're a
sign up-
FemCity member, of course.
You can be a FemCity annual business member, or you can try out our trial membership. We have a 30-day trial membership, and you can sign up for that and check us out. Go to femcity.com and click on events. And in the search box, you can type in Boca del Rey. You can also go to our FemCity Boca del Rey Facebook group, and we have the events on there with a link to registration as well.
I'm going to do it.
You're going to join?
Who wants to come a camera with me to Pound and Pour?
Yeah.
You're in?
Yes.
Richard's into?
The pour is the most important part, because after the workout, we're all going to have a little champagne.
Richard, they don't let guys into that club.
It's a tough job, but someone's got, well, he can bring a camera maybe. Watch me and Teddy do
No,
it.
you're gonna have to
Teddy will bring a camera.
You got to take all the girls from the...
Taking the girls with me, but I think that sounds like a great event.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
And who did you bring with you?
We have one of our FemCity Boca del Rey board members, Lynn Miner-Rosen.
Welcome,
How are
Lynn.
you? Thank you.
I'm so excited. I'm looking at your
Thank
card
you.
that you're an ADD, ADHD coach, career
Yes.
coach. You know, a friend of mine has a son who has been getting help as far as coaching in college and getting a job and job placement, because he needed, it's not a psychologist, it's not a therapist, but he needed that direction. I had never even heard of such a thing.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And I think this is amazing. So tell us what you do.
So I work with mostly high school seniors, college students, young adults all across the country. And I help them one-on-one decide what their goals are, create those goals, and create strategies so that they can have a wonderful life and learn successes and learn different tips and tricks that they can be successful in school and also in their future career.
And this is different than SAT, ACT coaching. This is career placement type.
It's
this
more
is-
about life coaching. I'm a board certified life coach with a specialty working with people with ADHD or not. It doesn't have to be executive functioning challenges. I also work with kids with Asperger's or high functioning autism.
executive functioning challenges.
Really? She said college kids.
I got to bring you into the conversation
Yeah.
somehow.
No, I'm fascinated by this because it's long overdue.
Yeah. Yes.
Are you like one of the few people that do this?
No, there's actually a lot of ADHD coaches, and there's a lot of people that call themselves coaches that aren't certified. So it's important for people out there to find a certified coach. There are very few ADHD coaches that also are certified career coaches, though. So that's been really exciting
You know,
for
what
me.
I find fascinating is getting your kids into college is one whole level. And Dora, you've got kids in college, and Patty, we've all have kids in or out of college. And once they get there, you go, okay, I can breathe. And then it's the
But
summer
not really.
internship. You can't really breathe. And then they're going to graduate, they need a job. And it's, Mom and Dad, what do I do? Send me a resume. But at some point it becomes more than Mom and Dad can actually handle, or Mom and Dad really want to handle, right? You want your kids to be independent. They go to college, they do what they do, they can live on their own, they need to find a job. But there's this whole little slippery slope of they need help. And kids with ADHD, really autism, they need help.
Oh, it's huge. And it is a miss because parents are so happy that their kids are there and, just graduate and we're happy. But they need to start when they're freshmen. And I think that's where the miss is.
Say it all the time.
Yes.
Back into your career. Don't wait until you graduate to go find a career, because you know what? So is everybody else.
That's right. Huge competition. And the Gen Zers, it's more than ever. There's probably going to be 24 million Gen Zers in college by 2020. So I use the hashtag, a huge amount, yes. So I use the hashtag, don't wait until you graduate, and try to get kids to start their plan. So I share with them a year-by-year strategy that they can use.
What type of strategies do you use?
In terms of my coaching, or for them?
Yeah.
Well, I work with them. I talk about resume. I talk about how to get experience, how to learn what you like and what you don't like. They need motivation, so they need to find out what's the best career path for them. Not based on what their parents want them to do, not even based on their major necessarily, but what motivates them, what gets them excited, and then learn different experiences along the way. That's what college should be, is getting experience, learning what those careers are. A lot of kids go into school and think they're going to go into criminal investigation because they love a show on Netflix.
That's right. And then they become a criminal and they don't want to do that.
Or they have no idea that it's not high heels and briefcases, so they have to explore, and they need a lot of support. And the career offices don't always have the time and the manpower to do that.
So you help them with the resume, you help them say, all right, I got this job interview, and you really got to call them, you really got to call them.
Yeah, but it's also, the resume is actually the last part, because they need to figure out what their path is and what they want to do. Yeah. And so it's, and then also there's a lot of self-confidence. They think their friends are saying, oh, I don't have to do that till I'm a junior. And I really encourage my clients to start trying to get an internship right away as a freshman, and at least experience a career fair.
You should do it senior in high school.
Yes, exactly.
You got to design a plan.
Yes.
And it's okay to change it.
Before they're a senior in high school, you have to pick your.
Yes.
Even before that, these kids.
Well, all of a sudden, you have a lot of seniors taking those college credits and everything else, but.
Well, look at Josh. He's running board. Josh is graduating high school next month, but he's also going to be third year as a junior in college at the same time.
Yeah.
And here he is doing all of this and sitting here running board for us.
Yes. And Josh is a little bit the exception to the rule. He's, the exception to the rule. Now, I've had a bunch of interns.
We have never had a high school student run board for us.
But we never had a Josh.
I know.
See, the object of the game is I like to put them on the spot, because I believe in creative thinking under pressure. The difference between an average player and a superstar is that the superstar can handle pressure and make adjustments in the game, right? So you're teaching them to grow up. And what about the adjustments that come with it?
Yeah.
Right? Because you have to have that as part of the deal.
There's a lot. It's like the everyone deserves a trophy theory.
No, we're not going with that. When you gotta go to that?
Because
eat your muffin.
Because as parents, you're like, as the dad, be independent. Go. You got to do it. Sometimes I'm just saying, me as a mom, is kind of more the nurturing, hug a tree. Hence how I even got sick last week when my son was in the hospital. I went down. I hugged him 24 hours later. I should have been in the hospital. And it's this whole mommy nurturing thing. And you go, okay, you should really apply for that summer internship now. Even in law school. I know second year law school kids are applying for internships the beginning of second year. Well, yeah, I got a paper due. Over winter break. Okay, winter break came. You should really be applying for that summer internship because you're graduating law school. Yeah, it's coming, but I'm going to go on a little vacation first. But you should really be, and it's this whole thing that it's a lot for a parent, because you want them to be independent and deal with the consequences of what it is. But as a parent, all these other kids are moving forward and doing it, and you want your kid to get on that train.
Absolutely. And it's very hard for parents to be the coach. Because
can't do it.
You're the parent.
Yeah.
You're not their buddy, you're their parent.
Right. So they need somebody that they can talk to, and they can also learn independence and self-confidence and be able to make those decisions. What really is in their heart and what really gets them going.
Stay tuned. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. More with college ADHD counseling, Fem City, and we're going to talk to Dory about pelvic floor strengthening.
Ouch.
Ouch. 888-565-1470, and we'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
vCard Global is the world's smartest business card that virtually allows a person or business to digitally share all of their information. With a vCard, sharing information is one simple click away. No need to open emails, websites, or social media. Updating information is easy and instant. vCard Global is the ultimate marketing tool, transforming the way we connect, communicate, and collaborate to grow your business. Text JENNG to 80800. Revolutionize your business card. For information, contact Jennifer. Text JENNG to 80800 for your free digital business card today.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And Maya, yes, and we're back.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe on a wonderful Women's Wednesday. As part of what we do is we train our interns and producers.
As you can see,
as you can see, we're rolling and training, and that's part of what we do here. And we've got two new kids, relatively new on the set, but you guys are doing a great job. Teddy's hanging out over on the other side doing some networking and marketing. Got an animator in his office. And Dory, thank you for bringing the bagels.
Oh, you're welcome.
And Dory, you had a comment that we did off the air, and I wanted to hear the comment about what we were talking about with the kids.
My opinion is that when people are professionals, they anticipate a problem ahead of, so it never looks like a problem. So I think even kids who are in college, the idea when you think about anticipating that maybe you want the internship or anticipating a job, you have to anticipate it. And then as we get into the work world, like you might anticipate, oh, you have to rejoin whatever connections you have, and that's anticipating a minute or two before. And even as a physical therapist, when I treat patients, I hope to anticipate some of their problems before they come out and they say, well, this is they'll tell me their problem, but then to anticipate things. So that's my opinion of what a professional is.
I think you both have sons at University of Florida, you and Patty. Both of my kids graduated from University of Florida. I can't believe your son's in college already, because
I
I've
know.
known you for so long. He was always the little one.
Yes.
And somehow, once they get to college, time is now equal, right? As old as my kids have gotten, now I feel they're all the same age because they're in that next stage of life.
Right.
He's what, a junior?
He's a freshman.
He's a freshman, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And you're
Crazy.
seeing everything going on, right? Then they come home for summer and everything changes. Summer
Everything.
jobs and...
What are they going to be when they grow up? What's your son?
My son's studying biomedical engineering.
Of course he is.
But I don't know that he still has to apply to the school to get in as an engineering major, but that's what he seems to be geared towards.
That's a great career.
I
And
hope
what is
so.
your son going to do?
He's studying finance.
Finance.
Yep, finance.
Okay. And I tell you, it's good to get early into the game, because the more you begin to find out about what's happening, you know, Sarah, Linda's daughter, my daughter, is an attorney, and now she has gotten into making edible pieces that you see in all the restaurants. And they started this a couple of weeks ago, and they don't like me talking about it. I'm going to anyway.
Edible
And
pieces that you see
yeah,
in restaurants.
the flowers or the
Yeah.
things that you eat when you order dessert and pizzas and stuff like that. They're in every restaurant.
What are you eating?
Greens, Dawn, greens, edible greens. You know, things that you eat, like stuff that you put on food. I don't know what it is.
Algae, parsley.
Like a parsley flower, but it's not a parsley. It's different.
So
things.
it's like an edible arrangement.
Yes.
Okay, but
But
made
you
out
put
of-
it on food.
Very good. Would you bring some in?
She won't let me.
Why?
Because
Well, try
because they're like this. I don't know
We try
why. I gotta
everything
coach
here.
you here. I'll let her try. But the
Talk to
interesting
the parent. Talk to her mother.
and forget about that. But the interesting aspect of this thing is that she always wanted to own a restaurant. She's a chef. This kid is good. And I told her one day, I'll put the money up if we can open up a restaurant. You're the best at this. That's her calling. But she went into law school. She got her paper. She's working in a great law firm now that she just got hired. She's doing really, really well. But that thing still comes.
It's like the whole side hustle that we've talked about as well. But if you're looking for help with your kids, Lynn, tell everyone how they can reach you.
Sure. I have a website, lmrcoaching.com, or they can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at ADHD Coach Lynn.
It's so needed.
Well, now hold on. ADHD is not necessarily part of the formula. If you don't have it, you still can use
No,
it.
but it's still 8 to 10% of the population.
Okay, but I just want people to know that if
yeah.
they see that, oh, I'm not going to call
Oh,
them.
no. Yes, thank you. I'm certified as a career coach for it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be diagnosed, and it doesn't have to be a label. It's really, if they're having challenges and they need support, I'm there to help.
And you got a senior kid in school, urge you, give this lady a call, even to have a consultation.
Even in high school, college, the fact that you can work through college and into the working world, that's huge.
Working through high school
Right? High
is
school, everything.
really the best.
Well, how many
And-
conversations do you have with your kid? Did you go to the career center? No. Have you been to? No. Do you think you should? They don't help anybody. Okay, that's why they're there, because how many of us have heard? No, career planning doesn't help anybody. Have you noticed that?
Did you work in high school?
Yes.
Did you?
Don't ask what I did.
What you do? What you do?
I did secretarial temp jobs.
Oh,
I
at the
worked
construction
sites,
Yeah,
yes.
you're talking about that.
Yeah.
It's a whole different animal.
I told you, don't ask what I did. But when I was in communication school, I did my internships. I worked at Channel 4 in Miami. I worked at Macy's.
In high school?
No, in college, as my career got going, once I actually got into my major. And then for my master's, I worked at Easter Seal, and I worked with special needs kids. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I had to work at my high school because my parents didn't have money, and I went to a private school, and I had to work all summer in maintenance in the school. I painted this and did that and did
When I was
this.
in
And
high school, I worked at Waxy.
What's that?
Waxy
Waxy
105.9, first radio
Oh,
station
the
I ever
radio
worked
station.
at.
That's a Cox station.
It was right across the street from Burger Stop when we were there. That was the first job I had, and then I got mono, and that didn't last very long. See the pattern of what happens? Anyway, let's talk to Dory about what she does. You know-
Anyway, really? We needed that information, why?
yeah, I got it. It goes a long time ago, back in the day. But we're talking to Dory about, and I've known Dory for a very long time, and it's time to bring her on our Women's Wednesday show, because what you do is so unique. Now, this might be a delicate subject, but it's necessary for the information to get out there.
Of course. Why is it delicate?
And I also brought a model so I can show how things actually
A model?
work. Yes.
A model?
I hope it's okay.
A model?
Okay, yeah, a model. Anyway, I'm a physical therapist. I specialize in pelvic floor physical therapy. It's for people who have men and women. I treat men as well.
Yeah.
People who have urinary incontinence, fecal incontinence, pain, or constipation. And basically, I teach people how to coordinate their pelvic floor muscles to fix their problems. So
That's more than just doing the Kegel exercises that we see.
that's right. There are actually certain patients who maybe have frequency or what they call overactive bladders who possibly shouldn't be doing Kegel exercises. So there's a large portion of people who think that they should be doing Kegel exercises because they hear it on Dr. Oz. And then they really shouldn't be because their pelvic floors probably need to be lengthened before they're strengthened.
You can do all of that?
Yeah, we teach them how to, it's coordination.
What does lengthen mean?
Meaning that if this was a bicep, right? This is my bicep lengthened, and when I do a bicep curl, it's contracted.
Okay.
And if something happened where I broke my arm and I was in a sling and it had a, it couldn't lengthen, we'll stretch it out before we strengthen it again.
There you go. Okay.
But what you do is so specialized. I mean, you're a physical therapist, but it's not the conventional physical therapist. When you break an arm, you hurt your back.
Right.
You really specialize in this pelvic floor strengthening.
Yeah, my referrals are usually urologists, gynecologists, urogynecologists, colorectal doctors, and gastroenterologists. They're not, although some internists will say, oh, I know someone who can help you, go to Dory. But normally these are people who have had these problems for many, many years. And they'll go get special help, and then they come to me and they'll say, I can't believe that I'm going to a physical therapist for this, because they just can't believe that they've had this trouble for so long, and now they're at physical therapy.
And you realize, you see all the commercials on TV, right? All the Depends and all the urinary incontinence products and all the things that are out there. I want to say an epidemic, but as our population ages, the needs are there. So don't think it's just you. Clearly it's not, or the products wouldn't exist to the magnitude they exist, but there's help.
I actually went to Costco last week, and there's one whole aisle, so Costco is huge, one whole aisle of Depends for men, for women, for urinary or fecal incontinence, and then there's a whole aisle for constipation. Miralax, well, it's not Costco's brand, but some kind of X-Lax. There's two full aisles.
And you help with that as well? So you help with the continence, whether it's too much or it's constipation? You do both?
Right, because it's, for my patients, it's a matter of having coordination in their pelvic floor. So it's not everyone needs strengthening. Some people need lengthening to relax their pelvic floor, to allow things to come out of their pelvic floor versus just keep everything in.
Okay, so let's work it this way, because this hits home for my father. My father's 89 years of age.
Did he have a prostatectomy?
Yes, and he came out fine. My father is a freak of nature. We don't understand why he's even alive.
Okay.
And he has this problem, and we got him Depends, and even the Depends doesn't work because I guess he urinates so much he's leaking.
Right.
So Linda came out with another product that you put inside the Depends.
There's a pad that lands the Depends, yes.
Yeah, if he gets by this thing, I mean, a plane can land on this thing. But now I'm interested because you can actually stabilize his problem. Is that word I'm listening?
Well, I have a question. So one of the things that everyone thinks about with prostatectomies is, okay, we removed the walnut, because everyone sees a walnut, they go to their doctor and they show a walnut, but everyone's prostatectomy is different. So some people have prostatectomies where the cancer went into the wall of the bladder. Sometimes it went into the muscle. I can't tell you where his problem is, because I don't know that well.
Let me back up. He didn't have anything. He had the exam and he came out fine. My father's never had a issue.
He never had a prostatectomy.
No.
Oh, okay.
He had the prostate looked at and everything else, and did the test. He came out fine. His brother, that's a different stage. That's a whole different animal. But my father's never had.
It's just the aging process.
Aging process, yes.
It's not. Is your father mentally with it?
Yes.
My father is so mentally with it, he drives me insane, yeah.
Okay, and no, you have to ask, because if you're teaching someone who maybe has dementia and you're trying to show them exercises, they may not retain it, so that they wouldn't be a candidate. But
You know,
if you allow
if
me,
it's
I'll
somebody
show
else besides me teaching him, he learns it. It's when I try to teach him something, he has a big problem.
So if your father has what I'm going to call stress incontinence, they have it for men and women. I'll show you kind of what we teach them how to do. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to get on the same line.
Teddy, can we put camera 3 on this
Let's get
model,
3 straight
please?
on the model.
Okay. I don't know where I'm looking.
She's going to do it. She's going to do it.
Okay. I'm going to show you.
So we're gonna. So this is not a human model. This is actually
This
a
is a
silicone model. So if you're listening to us on the radio, we're gonna.
Ouch.
We're gonna. It
Linda,
doesn't
move it over.
hurt.
Linda, you're good over
So
there.
we're gonna.
Yeah.
You're okay.
I'm gonna
So this
faint.
is good for everyone.
Doesn't
this
bother
is the
me.
female model, and then we're going to change it to a man. This is the urethra. It's attached to your bladder, your vagina attached to your uterus, and your anus attached to your rectum. These muscles work in 2 different directions. They work up and in, your classic Kegel, and they relax down and out when you defecate or urinate. So with your father, if this was the rectum, and this is the scrotum, and here would be his penis, again, you would train your dad to pull up and in when he goes from sit to stand. Now, I assume he went to urologist?
Yes.
Okay, and the urologist offered him anything?
You're
Medication?
talking about Puerto Rico? No.
Oh, in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Okay.
There's nothing going on there.
Right. That would, what I'm going to say is that would be very hard to get a specialist there, because I don't even know if you have a lot of doctors who are still there.
No, there's
because of
still doctors there. My cousin actually is his doctor.
Okay.
They don't address the problem.
No, they're not going to address the
But
problem.
I think that's with even here in the United States proper.
Mainline.
I think people are very much quick. It's like taking a pill. If you've got this, just take a pill. If you've got incontinence, go get it. Depends. Instead of getting to the root of it and saying, let's try to strengthen it, it's a lot easier all the way around to take a pill, put on a Depends, put another liner in it, because people don't know you exist.
Right.
As a whole, that this option actually exists.
And also, when you give people pills, a lot of times they're like anticholinergic or antimuscarinic, so people's mouths will get dry, or they'll end up with other problems.
Right.
And then they will say, well, I can't take that pill anymore. And the weird thing about the Depends and the pad is sometimes I say to patients when they go, well, I really don't want to do that because it is intimate. I'll say to them, but you're spending like $2 or $3 on a Depends times 3 or 4
a day.
That's $8. Yeah, that's $8 or $6 a day times 30. That's $180. So a lot of times, even men with prostatectomies, well, I don't really care about the Depends. Well, if you had a medication that cost $180 a month, you might say that's kind of an expensive medication. So I always feel that if you have something that is the least invasive or the most conservative treatment, why not try it?
Yeah.
The worst thing that can happen is you still have your problem, but I really try very hard that you don't have that problem.
Well, the psychological part of
it's
this
terrible.
thing is he's 89, and my father's a very proud man, and he'll talk to me about it. He won't listen to me about how to fix it, so I had to bring somebody in who's a nurse that cooks for him, and she actually prepares these Depends with the other thing, and we put it on the shelf that's sealed, and he takes one every morning. And those are provided for him, so he doesn't have to stumble and bumble. All you got to do is put it on, and away you go. But it's the psychological aspect of talking to seniors and it's like removing their car keys.
But it's even before you're a senior. We're going to get to that when we get back from commercial break. If you look at the commercials, look at the media. Unfortunately,
it isn't about seniors
aging,
anymore.
right? It's happening to people in our
All around.
age because of the increase of cancer, prostate cancer, all the things that are being affected. So many issues.
It is.
Give us a call, join our conversation. 888-565-1470, and we will be right back.
Thank you. I'm sorry about it. I find that...
No, I think it's great.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I like the lawn.
And we're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV
And we're
on a wonderful Wednesday. Sometimes we say this all the time. When we go to commercial break, the connections that our guests get to make with each other and interactions should almost be like on IGTV or someplace, because we're sitting here, we're talking with Dory about pelvic floor and urinary incontinence and fecal incontinence, and then Lynn says, well, I work with kids that have ADHD, and a lot of them have constipation issues and stomach issues, and I think a lot of it, we talked about it yesterday, comes down to some of the foods that we're eating. That's a whole nother show, and I don't want to get that much off track. The medications that we're taking, right? As Dory said, it dries up. Even when you've got the flu, they give you all these anti-stomach medication, the anti-nausea, it dries everything up, right? So there's nothing moving through your system. Then your gut gets turned back on, and holy smokes, everything changes. But it's not just the senior population. It's happening to, now we're in the younger population because we're here, but 50s, 60s, it's not just 80s and 90s that we're seeing things. And you can offer help at an earlier age, and people need to know how to find you and what you really do.
Okay, well, you can find me at Women's PT Inc. at AOL.com. That's Women's, WOMENS, P as in Paul, T as in Tom, INC. I'm still at AOL.com. That's my email. My phone number is 561-482-4300. It's a difficult problem.
And you're located in Central Boca, correct?
In Boca Raton, right by Lyons Road.
Okay.
So I guess that's central now.
Pretty central,
yeah. And also younger people, we all know these people. They say, oh, I have to go to the bathroom before I work out. Dawn and I both work out. Before I work out, and then an hour later the class is done, they go, well, I have to go to the bathroom again. And unless they drank, a quart of water in between, and they might have in spin class, they probably really shouldn't have to go to the bathroom before and after. And those are the people with urinary frequency or overactive bladders, and it can happen at any age.
And you do all of your work through exercises? And do they do the exercises, the patient, or do you go in hands-on and manipulate?
Well, what they do is they come in, we take a really thorough history. What are you eating? What are you drinking? Because that's the number one reason we're going to look. First, what are you eating? What are you drinking? The patient for whom says, I urinate all the time, you know, if you're drinking gallons and gallons after you do spin class, you're going to be urinating all the time. But after that, we physically do go internally and see how their muscles are, whether they're contracted or tight. And then afterwards, so we do an internal evaluation of their muscles, both vaginally and rectally. And then after, or if it's just a man, rectally. And then we tell them, are your muscles too strong, too lax, what's going on? And then sometimes we use biofeedback, sometimes we use manual therapy, just depending on what the problem is that the patient comes in with.
How did you possibly get involved in this 25 years ago? Because this wasn't ever talked about 25 years ago. Now, you know, Freddie calls them Pampers. Now all these products, they're pretty, they're lined right, you can wear pretty dresses. 25 years ago, no one talked about this.
Right, like you might want to get stock in whoever makes Huggies, right? Yeah. So
and they're making commercials about it. That's the part that threw me off.
Now it's just socially acceptable, along with ED and everything else. But at least the conversations are being had.
No,
right,
I applaud it. But 10 years ago, I didn't see a commercial. Now it's all over the.
But how is a woman in business, right? 25 years ago, you say, "Oh, I think I'm going to do this."
So I started off in nursing homes where incontinence is a huge problem. And back in about 95, they changed, or maybe 98, they changed how they were going to be giving, how they were going to reimburse Medicare to nursing homes. And one of the things that they kept on was Part B. And because it's such a big problem, I started taking an incontinence course. And when we got to the incontinence course, they said, well, you know, it's not only old people who have this problem, but young people have this problem. And as you evolve as a therapist, you start seeing more and more difficult patients. And as you start treating them and you're getting good results, your doctors start sending you more and more complex patients. And then you end up with a more complex patient load than just purely incontinence. But that's how I started.
Yeah, but it's because you're getting good results. So it's, and we talk about this all the time too, it's not that anybody can do this. It's you as the technicians and the clinician. You're getting good results, which is how more and more people are finding you. It's not just you hung a shingle and they say, oh, everybody come. They're getting good results.
Right. And I almost want the patients to go to the doctors beforehand just so they can get the correct diagnosis. It's very easy to say, oh, I'm having this problem. But is it a tissue issue? Is it your bladder? What exactly is going on there? And I cannot look at your bladder. I can't do a cystoscope or a defecography study. So it really is kind of important that a patient look and follow through with their problem, and also that they realize if they went to someone said, no, you don't have a problem, but now you've had the problem for 2 years, maybe there's another provider that can help you.
Second opinion.
Second, third, fourth. What?
What about payment? Do you take insurance?
I am a Medicare provider. We are out-of-network providers for most insurance companies, so we usually discuss that with the patient. I spend a lot of time with my patients, so because it's my own business, I'm not restricted that I have to do, although sometimes insurance restricts you to 4 units. I will spend an hour with a patient, whereas sometimes people who work for physical therapy departments or physical therapists might be restricted to 40 minutes or 45 minutes. And because I have my own business, I can give them that extra 15 minutes that might allow them to get it together or pull it together.
It's a great conversation that needs to be continued. Tell us again how we can find you.
Okay, I'm Women's Physical Therapy, Inc. I'm at 561-482-4300, or Women's, WOMENS, P as in Paul, T as in Tom, INC at AOL.com.
I love the conversation that we get to have to bring all of this together, and the coaching for the kids, Lynn, is so remarkable. I remember my son was in high school, getting him to put a resume together. Wasn't going to do it.
That's because he wasn't going to do it for you.
He wasn't going to do it.
Do it for her, but wonderful.
So they had an auction at Spanish River High School, and there was one of the college prep things, and we won the auction, and he goes in and he sits down. All I really wanted was his resume to get done to apply. And she sits and says to him, you're never going to get into University of Florida, you don't have the grades. You're never going to get in here or here or here. You should try for these lower schools.
Wow.
He graduated from University of Florida. He
Who
graduated
said
with
that?
honors. This college advisor told him he would never. The good news from that is it upset him so much, and I'm
Oh,
sure
he
that
did.
wasn't the reason.
He did the opposite.
He did the opposite and said, I'm going to show you and I'm going to do this. And he did it. But that wouldn't be the typical response you would expect from a college advisor. So it's really important to find the right one and that you work with these kids with special needs, the ADHD, the kids with autism, that have these special gifts is remarkable.
Thank you.
Tell us
Yeah.
how they can find you again.
Yeah, so I have a website, lmrcoaching.com, and also I'm on Instagram and Twitter and social media at ADHD Coach Lynn.
I love that. You know, we do so much with kids, and we work with kids here all the time. Our producers are kids.
Yeah.
You and I keep getting older, and they're getting younger.
And they're learning the business from the inside out because they want to be in the trade. And, you know, part of the business has different aspects to it, like you point out, I'm sure, when you talk to the kids. You know, get it together. And, you know, our demographic is right up this alley, because we have like this
We're
real
the sandwich
crazy batch that we
generation,
have. Take advantage of it. You know, I'm still blessed. I still have my father. And there are issues that I'm learning. And I'm learning by having people on the show that are teaching me things that, my goodness gracious, I didn't think I was ever going to have a problem with. My father, when I see him, he had his car keys, he drove. You know how hard it was for me to take away his keys? So what I did was I just removed the battery. He says, his car's broken. I says, I know that. I'm getting to it. It's
But, you
because
know-
he doesn't want to lose that integrity.
And we talk about all the time, Dory and I, we've known each other a long time. With your parents and aging parents, it's just you're just one phone call away from being a full caregiver or having to hire a full-time caregiver. And there's so many things. Kids too, you know, it's getting your kids prepared for independence, because if we can get our kids prepared to be independent and get our parents the help they need, maybe then we can breathe and take some vinyasa yoga, because what do they
No,
say?
but she's a hard woman.
She's a hard woman. But it's about self-care for all of us.
True
And
that.
if you find the right people for every age along, from your children to your parents to you, we can all get through this life a whole lot happier and
No,
breathing.
you're absolutely right. And it's really funny because we always say, if you think you know your kid, you don't. I'm telling you, you don't know your kids. You want to know your kids. You want to be a friend. You want to be a buddy. You don't know your kids. Kids change every minute of the day. Sometimes you're too close to the flame to see how hot it really is. So you bring in somebody like you and let them talk to them. Listen, trust me on this. I got 2 boys right now that have their own kids, and their life right now has changed. Wait till yours come along. Not everybody gets a trophy, but you know what? You can still play the game.
Patty, I'm really going to sign up for the Pound and Pour. How many people can be
Yes.
part of it?
I believe our limit is going to be 15.
Oh, I gotta
for the
get into
prize.
this.
Get your big
So
prize.
we've already got people signed up and registered.
Oh, God.
So
What do you got, 14 signed up already?
Yeah, there's still plenty of room. We've got like 3 or 4 signed up
And if
already.
they go to
but-
femcity.com, make sure that you click Boca del Rey if you are in our area and want to be part of our FemCity family. We're the Boca
Correct.
del Rey area.
Correct.
And come on down and join us on May 1st with Dawn DeMarco. That could be fun.
And what I really want to do is I've left a few messages with the Addison. We talked about doing a Mother's Day, not a remote on Mother's Day, but a remote in honor of Mother's Day at the Addison, which I think would be
Tea time at
fantastic.
the Addison. Tea time?
Something, because it's such a beautiful venue and we would love to be there.
We did a spring tea a couple of years ago. That was our FemCity luncheon, and it was absolutely fabulous.
It's gorgeous there.
So the event at Mariposa is sold out
Sold
already.
out,
The event's so
sorry.
fast.
At where?
Mariposa.
Mariposa.
Mariposa. But the advantage to FemCity Boca del Rey, you can try it out for 30 days. There's a free 30-day trial.
It's a
I'm a member of
no-brainer.
FemCity. I know I have to get you the link, but I'm going to tell you my technical issues as
Yes.
to why I have not.
It's a no-brainer. People walk up to me because we do production at the radio station, and they say, I joined FemCity. I'm like, okay.
Going to get all that information. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank
so
you
much
for having us.
information.
Yeah, thank you for
If
coming.
you have any questions, always give us a call, 888-565-1470. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, and be kind to each other.
And don't be late. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Pure Wave. Supercharge your cells. Energize your body with Pure Wave therapy. Internationally patented, Pure Wave technology helps eliminate radiation from modern electronic devices, which can cause chronic disease. Pure Wave technology strengthens the immune system and metabolism while activating hormone production. PureWaveNow.com, 561-965-7777. Are you ready for improved cell regeneration, less discomfort, a longer, healthier, vital life? Contact purewavenow.com for your consultation. Non-invasive technology promotes relaxation, a better quality of life, and more energy. Call PureWave Now at 561-965-7777. purewavenow.com.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.